as we go through your numbers, a double from 20 to 45, 50-ish, a double again to 80-ish, a double again this year to 160-ish. If we go back, the business, how it looked at 20 mil of assets in a year to the business today, how it's evolved to 160 mil, obviously the business is probably not even recognizable if you looked at like a before and after snapshot. And I think what we sometimes forget as founders, as leaders, as CEOs, if our people and our team, if they're not growing at the pace that the business is growing at personally, like developing themselves, the business is going to leave them behind. And one of the things you mentioned is like get everybody on the same bus or on the same train. I have found certain individuals, they would rather be the conductor of a smaller train, like a $20 million
Hmm.
train, than
Yep.
just a passenger on a $160 million train. Have you run into
Yeah.
that
I
yourself?
mean, it's a fact, really. I mean, the reality is that everybody will have the fact come and hit them in the face one day if they continue to grow, which is people will grow with you and some will grow out from you, and they don't necessarily have those same aspirations. I just had again, not to notably just throw people under the bus that have worked with us. I don't name anybody, obviously, but in reality, it's like there's been one specific one where it's like she would rather be the conductor of a six passenger train,
Yep.
okay, and that's it, and that's all she needed to have. It's like I went over this with my director of ops, like I'm telling you, like 3 or 4 times, because I'm like, listen, skills 10, like knowledge of the industry 10, culture fit to the company now that we're at 22 employees 3.
Mm,
Tried to what I call medicate, where we try to nurse her back to outside that 5 box on a culture fit,
yep.
and we put her in what I called the rehabilitation program there 2 or 3 times,
Yep.
and the reality is I probably, when I thought about it the first time, should
Yep.
have should have done it, went and did it, went and
Yep.
just had that nice parting way conversation, and I wish her the best in other places, but
Yeah.
on this train going the speed that we're trying to go, it's you got to have those people that are really bought into it, and you will
Yep.
quickly find out who is and who isn't.
Well, it's interesting timing for this conversation. I was just working on this week's podcast newsletter, and one of the YouTube videos I stumbled across was Simon Sinek, and he was referencing, we've already talked about Jocko. He was talking about the Navy SEALs, how they are one of the top, like if you just look at them as a team, one of the top performing teams in the world. And what he talked about was the SEALs that made it and the SEALs that didn't. And back to that matrix you're kind of talking about, if it was a 2 by 2 matrix, you've got skill set on the vertical,
Mm-hmm.
you've got culture fit, the way SEALs call it, they call it trust. Obviously,
Ah,
when you're dealing with your life, that's really important. And they said the most dangerous SEALs were the 10 skill sets and the 1, 2, 3 trusts,
oh wow.
because you want to get them to be a fit because you're like they've got all of the skill set, but yet they can't be on the team. And so what it creates is this I team versus this we team. And it's crazy. Like the Navy SEALs have figured it out. What you're explaining is the same thing plays out in business. I've experienced the same thing. Some of the hardest team members to transition out at Triad have been those high skill set, low culture fit.
Yeah,
If
it's vital for growth.